This is not a movie. This is not Ocean's 11. This is real. In the heart of Paris, the world's most visited museum, home to the Mona Lisa and centuries of priceless art, was just robbed in a 7-minute raid. You heard that right. 7 minutes. That's all it took for a small professional crew to slip past one of the most sophisticated security systems on Earth and vanish into the city streets with what French authorities are calling irreplaceable national treasures. It's Sunday morning, October 19th, 2025. The Louvre has just opened its doors to another day of tourists and art lovers from around the world. Families with cameras, students on study trips, couples standing beneath the glass pyramid, snapping selfies under the soft Paris light. And then, in the quiet hum of routine, the unimaginable begins. A white maintenance truck marked with official Louvre construction decals rolls through a service gate. Security waves it in. It looks routine. After all, renovations have been underway in the Galerie d'Apollon for weeks. Inside that gallery lies a glittering display, the French crown jewels, centuries-old symbols of monarchy and power, emeralds, sapphires, diamonds once worn by queens, each piece insured for millions, but truly priceless. The truck stops under scaffolding. 4 figures step out, wearing reflective vests, hard hats, and face masks. They look like construction workers. They are not. Security cameras record them entering the restricted gallery at 9:32 a.m. By 9:39 a.m., they're gone. And by the time alarms sound, the jewels, including Empress Eugenie's crown, have vanished. 7 minutes. That's all. Paris police say the thieves used an industrial lift, cutting through the glass cases with surgical precision. No smashed displays, no chaos, no noise. It was a surgical strike, a job planned down to the millisecond. Investigators later discovered the crew exploited a small detail, a construction access code used during renovation work. That code, combined with stolen Louvre credentials, gave them access to the exact floor where the jewels were kept. The moment the alarm tripped, they were already gone. Vanished into the maze of Paris's narrow streets, riding black scooters, helmets on, heading north toward the Seine. By the time police arrived, there was nothing left but broken glass and silence. Witnesses described it as eerily calm. One museum worker said, "They didn't run. They moved like they'd practiced it 100 times, and here's where it gets chilling." One of the guards told investigators that the thieves even spoke French with a local accent. That means they weren't outsiders. They knew the routines, the shift schedules, the blind spots in the cameras. Some experts believe this could be an inside job, maybe a mix of ex-employees, security contractors, or someone connected to the construction team working on the gallery. And here's the shocking part. The French government admits that only 3 guards were on duty that morning in the entire wing. 3 people to protect what's been called France's living heritage. For a building holding over 600,000 art pieces, the Louvre's night and morning shifts have been underfunded for years. So when the alarms went off, the response time wasn't fast enough. By the time backup arrived, the culprits were gone, like ghosts in daylight. News broke within minutes. Social media exploded. Louvre Heist and Paris robbery began trending worldwide. Some users even claimed they saw the thieves' getaway scooters near Pont Neuf, though none of that footage has been verified. By midday, crowds gathered outside the museum. The glass pyramid was sealed off. Police vans lined the square. Visitors were evacuated. Reporters screamed questions at officers as helicopters hovered above the city skyline. Paris, the city of art, romance, and culture, was now the scene of the most daring art theft of the 21st century. Let that sink in. They didn't steal cash. They didn't steal tech. They stole history. These jewels have survived revolutions, wars, and centuries of political chaos. But in 2025, they were gone in 7 minutes. Authorities believe the operation cost millions to prepare. Forged IDs, surveillance of museum staff, the replica uniforms, the fake maintenance truck, and even the stolen access codes. It wasn't impulsive. It wasn't random. It was a masterpiece of criminal engineering. Interpol and Europol have both joined the hunt, tracking possible smuggling routes through Belgium, the Netherlands, and Italy, known paths for black market jewel networks. And here's something investigators didn't expect. A single jewel, a diamond pendant, was recovered later that day near a metro station 2 blocks away. Why was it left behind? Was it dropped accidentally or left deliberately as a message? Narrator, calm, investigative tone. The Louvre Heist has revived memories of Europe's most famous art crimes, from the 1911 theft of the Mona Lisa to the 1990 Isabella Gardner Museum robbery in Boston. But this feels different, because this didn't happen in the dark of night. This was broad daylight. Tourists were already in the building. The museum wasn't asleep. It was alive. And that makes it all the more terrifying. The French Minister of Culture called it a national tragedy. President Emmanuel Macron reportedly held an emergency meeting with police chiefs and the Louvre's director. By evening, the museum had closed indefinitely. Its glittering halls were empty. Only the faint echo of sirens remained. One guard, interviewed anonymously, said, "I've worked here for 15 years. I've seen people cry in front of the Mona Lisa. But I've never seen this kind of silence. It felt like someone had stolen our soul." And maybe that's exactly what happened. Because this heist wasn't just about wealth. It was about symbolism. The Louvre represents France's identity, centuries of art, culture, and history gathered under one roof. For thieves to break in and take that, even temporarily, is to attack what the country stands for. Narrator, music rises. Tonight, as investigators race against time, the world watches, asking the same question. Who did it? Was it a criminal syndicate, a rogue collector, or maybe even a revenge plot from within? Authorities are sifting through hours of security footage, interviewing staff and using facial recognition technology to identify suspects. But the truth is, the thieves were masked, gloved, and invisible. 7 minutes. That's all they needed. 7 minutes that will haunt the world of art forever. Experts say the stolen jewels could be impossible to sell openly. They're too recognizable. So they might be broken apart, the gems cut, melted, and sold individually, erasing their royal history. Imagine, a diamond once worn by a French empress, sitting one day on a ring in a Dubai jewelry store. It's past forgotten. And somewhere, in a dim warehouse or a hidden vault, the thieves are probably smiling. They pulled off the unthinkable. They did what movies dream of, and they did it for real. This is more than a robbery. This is a message, a reminder that no matter how secure we think our world is, all it takes is 7 minutes to turn history into mystery. As Paris sleeps tonight, the question echoes through its streets. Where are the jewels? Who planned this? And will we ever see them again? Because sometimes the greatest crimes don't happen in darkness. They happen in plain sight, right in front of the world. 7 minutes that stunned the world. Subscribe for more real-world mysteries and shocking investigations.